Now, since we have an orange ship, and the explosions within Xcode are a little bit silver-like. Let's make this have kind of a silver quality to it. So what this is we'll do the exact same thing here. Okay, we'll make sure that we don't have a stroke, and we'll use maybe one of the lighter grays, but later we'll switch it to this gray. Okay, so maybe we'll just add this one in here. And we're going to make this one pretty much the same way. Okay, we're going to make this, and we could actually make it kind of really pointy, kind of like that. Okay, and the reason why we're doing it this way is because when we render it out, when we render the ship out, it's going to be upside down. Okay, let's add in um, let's add in a little booster there. And that looks like a weird graphic error, but anyway, we'll maybe make this fairly dark here. I think that looks good. Let's add in, and what we'll do is we'll kind of move it over here. And we'll move this guy up. All right. And maybe this one will have kind of two engines. So we'll move this one here. And we'll add in another guy here. Yeah, and that's actually looking pretty cool. And while we're at it, we could probably add in this, change the color, and one more. We could probably even add in this one here and change the color again. All right. Let's add in the pen tool, and let's kind of connect these. And don't worry, first things first is we will arrange send to back. All right, and the second thing we'll do is we'll push the V, and we'll make this quite a bit lighter. Okay, so yeah, and again, this is going to look really awesome when we go and switch it over. All right, so maybe we'll move that up just a bit. And I like the pointy aesthetic because just by adding this and by flipping it, it looks really awesome. And we'll maybe make this fairly pointy, and we'll make this guy fairly pointy too. And let's give this guy a color, like a color, and let's give him a blue color, because the opposite of orange is blue. Okay, and no, we just want this here. So just gonna add in blue, and blue does kind of work with silver, but I'm gonna select these, and I'm gonna make my own custom blue, something that's a little bit lighter, like this. In that way, yeah, and a little bit more pale. All right, let's zoom in, and here we're going to kind of make everything flush like that. Flush, and this guy here is make him flush. All right, so that adds a nice little highlight to it. Now, if you wanted to, we could probably add in one here where we would do something very similar. We'd add in it flush, and let's see if we can get that. And it does snap, by the way, and I do really like using Illustrator it does work out really well. In fact, while we're here, we could probably even make this move along here like that. And there you go. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's add in a cockpit. Maybe make this a small cockpit like that. And, well, instead of making it blue, because actually blue doesn't look too bad, but we'll make it this dark gray. All right, and I think that's looking pretty good. If we really wanted to, we could add in maybe one more engine here, and we'll make this, yeah, let's add in just one more. Okay, we'll just move that up here, and we'll say this is A, kind of make that, there we go. So, looking good. Now let's go and let's lighten things up a bit. And just kind of move that over. And yeah, just lightening things up. And this guy here will move over. There we go. And this just kind of works with blending. And I think these other two could be the same. All right. Yeah, we could probably even move this over one. And then this guy over there. Okay. So let's copy everything, paste it, and then we're going to go to Transform Reflect. And this is just so much fun, isn't it? When you can do it this way. And here we go. Let's zoom in. And we need to just simply move it like that. And I think there you go. Now, Illustrator has gotten better at this. And the cool part is that it's just a little bit too much, so we can actually go and push Command A to move everything in here, and there you go. It just moves everything in there. And that actually looks like a pretty neat ship. And I think we're going to keep everything just the way it is. We don't need to change anything. Right? So this looks like a pretty good enemy here. Okay. So let's add in a couple other items here. So we need a projectile, and we'll make this. Let's make it 30 by 30. And all we're going to do is we're going to make it a circle, and we might as well make it somewhat of a gray color. Not completely gray, but we can use the circle like this here, and we obviously don't want a stroke. And while we're at this, I like using 250, 250, and 250. So it's an off-white. And since this one's so small, we could probably use it for the star as well. So I'm just trying to think. We have the projectile, we have the enemy. Yeah, this pretty much looks good, okay? We'll export it in the next tutorial.